Morning everybody, and it is blog number 35. Pam Steele, counselling psychologist and author of the book on resilience, grit not shit, how to live longer, happier and healthier. So by building resilience. So anyway, yesterday we talked about the acts of kindness and mental health. And then if we do ask people how they are, which is what we're going to hopefully do this week, then how to listen effectively and actively, and to the sort of body language that you can show that you are listening and paraphrasing, which is really important in terms of showing understanding. And then, not necessarily giving advice, but being able to increase one's options, like if things are really getting quite difficult, maybe go to their GP or go and have some online counselling. So all sorts of different things that you can do. But as part of that kindness week, it's important also to, I know we're not seeing as much of each other, but to maybe pick up on any changes of behaviour or any excessive withdrawal. I know we're all a bit in isolation mode, but we can go out as often as we want. We can see people as long as it's socially distancing. So, if you find that you've got a friend or a neighbour who you just haven't seen around for a long time, then it may well be that it's worth checking those out. Now, we did say that, I did say to you that if that person is really feeling quite low, then it might be worth them checking out with their doctor. But there are a lot of people, we talked about suicide statistics yesterday, who may be actually feeling suicidal. And I think it's something that a lot of people feel almost embarrassed talking about, or asking somebody. But it's really important to maybe just check out, if somebody does seem to be displaying feeling very, very low, then it's worth checking with them. Have you ever felt suicidal? Is that how you're feeling at the moment? And then what we do is we can assess what their level of what we call suicidal ideation is by checking out their thoughts, any planning, what their motivation is, or even if they've had any past suicidal attempts. So let's thinking about asking them how they feel, what thoughts are going through their head regarding suicide. And it may be that somebody's just saying, oh, well, it's just a passing thought. But, probably all of us feel that way. And then it's just checking that it is only a passing thought. So that's really important to then really delve a little bit deeper and say, but have you been going beyond that in terms of any planning or anything? And so if they talk about how they have been planning something, then they maybe even have in mind the sorts of things that they have available. It could be medication, it could be rope, it could be it could be poison, it could be a weapon. So that's really having the means to be able to do something like that. Have they chosen a setting? And I know this is getting a little bit scary, maybe, you might be thinking, but people can go through all of those and with the sufficient help never get beyond just the sort of planning stage. But, there's rehearsing and planning. I mean, there was one case I heard where somebody went to Beachy Head for a weekend and was laughing and joking about how fun it was and how they looked over the edge. And and then a week later they actually did it. So those are sort of like little signals to check. It's actually quite difficult because if somebody wants to and has the motivation, to do something, then like commit suicide, then they will do it. But sometimes it's just a cry for help, and I think that, you know, if you can at least offer as much help as possible in those situations, then you know that's really important. The motivation to die, it could be sort of, having dealt with a lot of people who, you know, those who are left, who have committed suicide, and also people who have suicidal ideation. There's a sense of getting to a dead end. So, you know, I think that's why people were a little bit low after the whole second phase, because it was like, oh, things really aren't getting that much better. And then there's talk about how it could go on into, you know, 2021. And anyway, so for some people, if they've got then, you know, money problems, or maybe they have an illness, it could be a terminal illness, there's all of that is a sense of sort of motivation to commit suicide. And, you know, and then of course for some people they may have had past suicidal attempts. So to help that person, it's really important to help show them that there isn't a dead end, and there are lots of options for support. Maybe if there's financial worries, that there's lots of options for dealing with being in debt. For those really dark moments, there's the Samaritans, which is, the number is 116123. But generally, giving that person more support, or suggesting that they see a counsellor regularly, or that they go to their doctor. So it really is important during that time to, you know, to help in the short term, show them, you know, reasons to live, but mainly keep supporting them. And, you know, at the end of the day, you can't be responsible, however, for, you know, for that person's life, but you can be around and support them. Yeah, so that's really what I was going to talk about. But remember, this is the Mental Health Awareness Week. Being kind, even if it's just smile to somebody you don't know, or smile to someone you do know. Checking in with your neighbours, friends and family, buying a gift for someone, or flowers. And also, very important to remember, being kind to yourself. So, yeah, a bit of a depressing subject, but actually one that's vital for those people, if you do know people who are feeling quite suicidal. It's another lovely sunny day, and that's one of the most important reasons to live, as well as friends and family. So please reach out this week, and if you like this video, please share it. Okay, see you tomorrow. More on mental health. Bye.